Hey guys, so the look I'm doing today is a really pretty reddish fall inspired look with lots of fall inspired colors and a nice dark lip. So I hope you guys enjoy and let's get started. So the first thing I'm using is my NARS Primer as always, and then I took the color Rule from MAC on a BH Cosmetics blending brush and I started to blend this in my crease area and kind of make sure it fades up really nicely, and I'm also going to blend it towards the inner corner. And then I went in with a MAC 217 brush and applied Rule towards my eyebrow and really blended it up into that eyebrow area, the front of the eyebrow. And then I went in with the color Raizin, which is a blush from MAC, on an angled eyeshadow brush from Lancome. And I just placed that in the crease and then went back in with the BH Cosmetics blending brush to blend it in, and I kind of just added a little bit extra of the Raizin shade on the brush to help it blend out faster. And then I went back in with my MAC 217 with no extra product on it just to make sure that I was really blended out. So this color is the cranberry shade from the Terra palette, or not palette, 8 stack from ITAY Mineral Cosmetics. And I just applied that all over my eyelid with a MAC 242 and then went back in with a Raizin shade just to make sure that the Raizin shade really blended in to that lid color really well. And then I'm going to go on the same 8 stack with the gold kind of bronze shade, and I'm going to start pressing that with the same brush on the inner corner. And I'm pressing that on the inner corner and on the inner part of the lower lash line and making it sort of blend in with the lid shade. And then I'm going to go back in with a little bit extra of the Rule color to blend out the edges of that. I then took the light golden yellow shade from that same 8 stack and just applied that over the inner corner, just right there on the tear duct, to make sure that it wasn't too dark for my skin tone. And then I did the lower lash line, so I am using the color Raizin blush first, and then going on the outer corner with the shade Deep Damson from MAC Pro. And I'm also going to take that in the outer part of the lower lash line. And the brush I'm using for this is the little smudgy brush from that Sonia Kashuk fall brush set. And then I'm also going to take a little bit extra of the Deep Damson shade into just the outer part of my crease, just to add a little bit more definition there. And again, like I said, taking that color also on the lower lash line. I then applied my Inglot Gel Liner and my Maybelline Big Eyes mascara to my top and bottom lashes, and I only applied that gel liner to my waterline because I didn't want too heavy of an eye look, and I didn't want to take away from the colors on my eyelid. So then of course I'm using my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in the color Dark to contour my face a little bit. And then I'm going to use Raizin blush that we use on our eyes, on our cheeks. And if you're a lighter skin tone like me, you want to use this very lightly because it is a really dark blush. And after that, I'm going to go into the Tulip Blush Duo from BH Cosmetics and take the shimmery highlight shade and apply that on my cheekbones. And I'm using this highlighter because it's a little darker and I wanted to keep sort of a bronzy feel to my face. I am then going to start with my lips. So this is Vino lip liner from MAC, probably my favorite dark lip liner. So I'm just lining my lips and then slightly filling them in like I would usually do, just making sure to really feather it into the center of my lip so it blends really nicely. And then I'm taking Just a Bite lipstick, which was from the Indulge collection, and applying that on top, and it gives it more of a red feel. So that is pretty much it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this look. Thank you so much for watching and subscribing, and I will see you next time. Bye.